Welcome to Create Income with or Without a Job. I'm Jamila Harris, your Create Income coach. We are talking about how to handle your finances without a paycheck. Create Income with or Without a Job is an audiobook program that's a guide, a step-by-step guide to help you to reach the point of creating income again after sudden job loss, with or without another job. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that you'll be aware every time we upload a new video. We also invite you to visit our website, createincomewithoutajob.com. There are free items there also to support you as you go through the Create Income process. This video is part 3 of a series, How to Handle Your Finances Without a Paycheck. In a previous video, we directed you to our website to download a free financial questionnaire. The questionnaire literally walks you through a series of questions so that you can become aware of how you're spending money in various areas of your life. Much like exercise is easier with a buddy or a partner or a friend, we're walking you through this financial questionnaire, hoping that you will feel the support and you'll be able to go through the questions and answer them honestly for yourself. And as a result, you'll be aware of areas that you may want to change, adjust, or adapt how you're spending until you're creating more income. So now we enter part 3 and the series of questions from the financial questionnaire. Do you file an income tax return every year? And this is important. All of us have income taxes that are a major part of our expenses. And depending on what our tax bracket is, depending on how many exemptions we have, depending on our knowledge, in fact, of the tax code, taxes can be quite expensive. So the question is, do you file an income tax return each year? If you don't regularly file, routinely file, there can be penalties. And even if you file and you owe, sometimes we end up paying penalties. Taxes are a big portion of anyone's budget. Next question. Do you understand tax deductions and how to benefit from the tax code? We have found that so many people do easy tax returns. They want their tax returns as simple as possible. They want to e-file and get their refund as quickly as possible. And quite honestly, that is not an approach that will ensure you that you are managing your finances properly. Taxes, the income tax code, particularly in the United States, we are talking about the United States tax code, was designed with very special qualities. The tax code was designed by the founding fathers, who all owned property, they all owned businesses, and they had left England because of improper taxation without representation. So income tax has always been a big deal. In fact, was the reason that the United States was born. So income tax code in the United States actually rewards you for certain types of activities. It rewards you, number one, for owning property. If you purchase property with a mortgage, there are tax deductions available to you. It rewards you for owning rental property. If you own rental property, there are tax deductions that may be available to you. Also, if you create income of your own, 1099 income, which is not W-2 income from an employer, but you create 1099 income, which is considered miscellaneous income, which is income that you yourself create from your own efforts and activities, that income may qualify you for a lot of tax deductions. We, of course, recommend that you have a consultation with a certified public accountant. A certified public accountant can tell you they're licensed to know the tax code, to know all the updates and changes as the tax code changes almost every day. And have a consultation. Know your tax bracket, know what your tax position is, know how much your tax liability will be. As you create income, any income you have may be taxable. You need to know in advance what deductions will be available to you so that you can be sure how much of the income you make you'll be able to keep. We highly recommend financial advisors, certified public accountants, and people who can actually guide you in those areas. But it's very important to understand how to benefit from the tax code if you live in the United States. Do you participate in a 401k or 403b? And the reason for this question is typically there's a monthly amount that if someone were employed, they were having withheld or withdrawn in order to deposit to or make contributions to a 401k or a 403b. So the reason for this question in your financial questionnaire is to ask how much per month, per quarter, or per year is being contributed to those accounts for you. And for some of you who had a paycheck that was coming out of your paycheck, and you may be facing the question whether or not you want to continue making contributions to the 401k or 403b outside of your regular previous employment. And again, we advise you seek the counsel and advice of financial advisors, financial investment counselors, certified public accountants, because there are lots of rules and regulations about how to make those contributions outside of your regular full-time employment. Do you invest money? And if you do have investments, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, any types of investments, they are taxed differently than your regular income, than personal income, income from a job, or 1099 income. So if you have investments, it's again important to talk with your financial advisors if those investments you are actually contributing to on a regular basis. These are expenses you're going to want to look at and decide what you want to continue to do, how much you want to continue to do, what are the ramifications for making any changes to your investment program. You have to seek advice from professionals for this, licensed professionals who are very experienced, who understand a lot of the tax rules with the certified public accountants and the financial investment advisors who can tell you and keep you guided properly because whenever you start withdrawing and changing investments, there are always tax implications. So it's very important not to just make changes in these areas without the proper financial advice. Do you have written financial goals for the next 5, 10 years? This is an important question. It's a quality of life question. It's not really a question about how much money do you want to have 10 years from now, even though that's part of it. But it's also a quality of life question. What have you thought about? What were your plans? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Or are you just living paycheck to paycheck and just living the good life for eating out and going to movies and watching Netflix and just drifting? Do you have a vision, a picture in your mind of where you would like to be financially, mentally, emotionally, physically in 5 years? What about in 10 years? You know, I've heard it said that, success is not an accident. Success is a planned event. And although I've suffered sudden job loss and financial setbacks, and was broken homeless a number of times so far in my life, what I can tell you is that you can come back from this circumstance. And you can come back even better, bigger, greater, and even more financially independent after events like this. But it's got to be a planned event. It won't happen by accident. So we thank you for tuning into this video. Give it a thumbs up. Share this video. We do hope the information's been helpful to you. Create Income with or Without a Job is an audiobook program that guides you step by step by step after sudden job loss to creating income for yourself again. We've been focused on how to handle your finances without a paycheck. And this is part 3 and the end of that series. And we invite you to visit our website, createincomewithoutajob.com. Stop looking for a job. Create income with or without a job.